Hello, today I'm going to talk about how I use Nearpod to design this lesson on community helpers for kindergarten students. Nearpod is a fantastic interactive tool that allows me to create lessons with videos, polls, quizzes, and more, all in one place, which makes learning fun and engaging for young students. This lesson is designed around the Kindergarten Content Standard SSKE1, which is about helping students describe the work that people do in their communities. Alongside this, I wanted to align the lesson with the ISTE student standards, specifically 1.1.A and 1.1.C, which focuses on students setting learning goals, using technology to seek feedback, and demonstrating learning in various ways. The goal of this lesson is to help students understand what community helpers do and why people have jobs. By the end of the lesson, students will be able to identify community helpers as workers in their community, identify what community helpers do for their jobs, identify what tools people need to do their jobs, and understand why people have jobs. The essential question for the lesson is, what do community helpers do in my community? Students will focus on this question and develop an understanding of how different workers contribute to society. To make this lesson interactive and engaging, I've planned for it to be student-led with teacher support as needed. I believe that this approach will allow students to take ownership of their learning while I guide them through any questions or challenges they encounter. Now let's dive into the opening activity. I started with a poll asking students, how much do you already know about the helpers in your community? This question serves as a hook to gauge prior knowledge and spark interest. Following the poll, I asked students to draw or share a picture of what they want to be when they grow up. This is a fun and creative way to engage them early in the lesson and connect their personal dreams to the idea of community helpers. It also serves as a great way to get students thinking about different jobs and how they might help their communities one day. Next, to enhance student learning, I included several interactive activities in the Nearpod lesson. I embedded an informational YouTube video that explains the different community helpers, followed by drawing activities to keep students engaged. To ensure the lesson is accessible to all students, I included both text and audio instructions for each activity. This way, students can listen to the instructions as they follow along. For the drawed and open-ended question activities, students are given the option to respond using text, pictures, or audio, catering to different learning preferences and needs. The lesson ends with a time to climb quiz, a poll, and an open-ended question, which ties everything together. These activities help students reflect on what they've learned about their community helpers and ensure that they meet the lesson objective. The quiz results will give me a clear picture of how well students understand the key concepts. At the end of the Nearpod, students will end on a slide, letting them know that the activity has been completed. Reflecting on the process, designing this lesson using Nearpod helped me think about how to make learning both interactive and student-centered. Nearpod allowed me to bring in various engaging elements and assess students' learning in real time, making the lesson more dynamic and responsive to student needs. It was a valuable tool for both planning and implementing a meaningful lesson on community helpers. Thank you for listening.